So, last week you guys went ahead and accused Mayor Reed McBannon, of being behind a nefarious plot to do a whole bunch of shit in the city, and also being responsible for the death of Nelasa Hume, the lady whose death you've been investigating for a while. Upon telling him, accusing him, sorry, he invited you into his house because battle map didn't extend to the outside, and basically resisted arrest. Called on Cillian Creed, who you also wanted to arrest for being a terrible, terrible person, and his staff, some rather bladed individuals, to come and help basically free him, let him get away. He was shouting various things like, I was this close to saving the city. I was just about finished.
I would have gotten away with it all if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Yeah, basically. You bastards, you turn up now. Let me put some holes back as well. Various holes. They're probably not going to line up with the previous one, but for some reason it didn't save them.
Yeah, it's fine.
There we go. Witch oil started bursting out of the ground when an earthquake, from what you can gather...
I think her earthquake is currently hitting his children's ears.
Yeah, bloody children, Hang on.
Yeah, we ended up murdering the shit out of Cillian Creed.
Yep, so you murdered the shit out of Cillian Creed, and McBannon surrendered.
Yep.
And told you that you need to let him stop whatever travesty appears to be happening as this witch oil spills out of the ground in great big pools. Otherwise, there'll be an industrial disaster, the likes of which the city cannot bear, on top of the previous disaster that cost thousands and thousands of lives that you failed to stop.
We do not speak of that.
Go ahead.
Oh no, didn't we send someone off with him?
Yes, Dimitri went off with him. Then you guys quickly dispatched with Cillian, and will only be, a brief moment behind.
Okay, yeah.
So McBannon starts leading Dimitri, and by the time he gets there, you guys probably catch up. Fucking kids. Don't have them, people. Public service announcement, don't have children. He leads you to a small garden shed, which you see inside appears a little different to what you'd expect. There's no tools to be seen anywhere. There's no sign that this is a garden shed at all. Instead, there is just a badly covered staircase with a few planks that look like they would usually be pulled across to cover it, but are in fact sitting open. Doesn't look like they had a chance with you guys turning up. And another room behind, which has some sort of elevator or lift built into the floor. Looks for carrying large amounts of things up and down to whatever lies below. So I'll put you guys on the map. The soldiers as well that came with you, they will be holding down the rest of the staff in the main house until help arrives. Where's Dimitri? Why are you not on here? His allied soldier, Dimitri.
He was on the other map, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, weird. Also, you'll notice, if anyone's watching, you'll notice Uranus is no longer in channel. He's unable to carry on with this game, so he'll be replaced by a new person to come along, hopefully shortly. But yeah, I'm going to have his character there. Jake, you're more than welcome to run Uranus if you'd like. I'll free up his character if you want to take part in this. Otherwise, we'll bring in yours very shortly.
Sure, I can do that.
Oops, I just freed up you. There you go. Take your pick of technologists. And McBannon is along here with you. Okay, so at the first floor,
Is this first floor as in ground floor? Or
first floor
the
as
first
in,
level of
yeah,
the ground?
American first floor, ground floor.
Damn it, Ryla.
You do, as
Wait,
you
what?
sort of stand at this yeah, bloody American. As you stand at this door, you can hear a sort of machine-like hum, like a grinding of gears, a constant hum coming from down the stairs.
What have you been doing?
Bannon says, it's too much to explain now. You've already started to try and ruin it.
You risk the entire city for this. Never mind. Just stop it.
He says, I'm trying to stop further damage. And he pushes open the door, and you see this uncovered staircase. About 5 steps down, you can see 2 feet. Just like slightly around the corner, it appears someone's lying down halfway down the stairs.
What do they look like?
Just plain shoes, the foot there. You can't see the rest of the body unless you start down the stairs.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. I'm keeping a close eye on Bannon.
Okay, so as you get around the slight bend of the stairs, you can see that it is the feet of a woman who lies very much dead. A piece of the ceiling above these stairs had fallen out, seemingly in this shake, this earthquake that happened, and a piece of stone has fallen onto and crushed her head. Clutched in her arms is a handful of amulets, and you see one is around her neck as well. She has about 8 amulets in her arms.
Are these the ones that like we've seen the other people wearing that sort of links them to the what's it called, the
Bleak
Bleak
Gate?
Gate?
They are very similar, yes. They look. Those of you who have touched the amulets back at the Nettles Church would recognise them as one and the same.
Can't remember. Is Bannon actually currently wearing one?
McBannon, you can ask him to show you, and he does. He pulls a necklace out from under his clothes, and you can see the amulet.
I'll pick one. I guess I'll pick one up and I'll leave the rest there for the others that are coming through behind me.
Okay. And you pick one up. As you put it on, nothing right now happens, but McBannon calls down and says, "You'll all need one if you're going in."
How are they like? Are the people behind us in earshot? Like, or do I need to leave a note or something? Like, how far ahead am I?
Oh, you're maybe 10 seconds. They killed him the next round, so 6 seconds later.
So yeah.
So they'll probably be approaching as you've sort of gone in and picking the amulet up, and you'll hear the others sort of getting to the door. Sorry, McBannon should be in with you. You'll hear the others getting to the door at this point.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just call out, grab a necklace.
And the other 4 of you arrive.
Yep, and I grab hold of the necklace I have on me,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab one.
and then I grab one of those necklaces as well.
Alrighty. So all of you put on a necklace, an amulet, and Dimitri, you're partway down the stairs. You can see from where you are, the stairs only actually go down about 10 feet before they stop, and there's just a drop surrounded by a metal ring. Just an iron ring. There seems to be no light coming from underneath. There's no stairs going further, just a straight drop into darkness.
I'll look to McBannon and yeah, I guess I'll just say, what do you need to do?
He says, "Go through," and he points at the ring.
I have a bad feeling about this, but I'll wait for him to go through, and then I'll be right behind him.
Sorry, what did you say? I've got a terrible little 6-year-old right now.
I said I'll wait for him to go through, and then I'll be right behind him. I don't really want to let him out of my sight for a second.
Okay, so he steps forth. As you're on this outside, and he steps through the ring, he disappears. He sort of goes semi-translucent for a moment, and then is lost from sight as he appears to continue walking downstairs.
Okay, I'll follow right behind.
Okay, and you go in, and as you go in, your whole vision changes for a moment. What was just a black hole becomes just covered in bright light. Your eyes need to adjust for a moment, and then you're in a brightly lit foyer, which I will reveal to you now.
Hey, Smite, real quick.
Yes.
Am I still slowed and immobilized?
Now you can manage to stop being that. I'll remove those.
Thank you.
Okay, so you get down these stairs, you see McBannon ahead of you, and you're in a brightly lit foyer. You can see the bottom of the lift shaft. The lift is currently up, though, so it's on both maps, but it is currently at the top position. And you see 2 doorways ahead of you. Those of you who are coming behind, are you all coming straight down now with the amulet?
Yeah, I might pick up an extra one and then head down.
Okay. So you grab 2. Everyone else?
Yeah, I'll just head down with my amulet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you each come down the stairs as well, and you're, briefly transported seemingly across. Doesn't feel like you've moved anywhere, but you're definitely on a different plane. The air feels stuffier, and not just from the machinery. It's a depressing feeling when you're in here, but it is brightly lit from man-made fires and lanterns and whatnot that light up this area. A couple of electric lights on either side of the room. So, in the foyer, you can see. Oh, hang on. Yeah, these 2 doors ahead of you. So, McBannon points through and he says, "The engine is through there."
What engine? What is this engine for?
It's an engine to refine witch oil. It's meant to be a source of unlimited power for the city of Flint. We're practicing here, experimenting here, because we thought it was safe. We thought it was disconnected enough from the material plane.
You thought wrong. Now you've endangered the whole city. Anyway, just fix it.
Says, "Well, I'll have to see the extent of the damage. I'm not an engineer. I'm been pushing this. Hopefully my men are still alive." And he goes to step through the doorway. And you're happy to follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pick through the other doorway.
You're going to peek through. Okay, so in this one, this room that you peek through before he goes through the bottom one, I'm just going to do that because it's easier. He sees some oil stains on the floor. There appear to be marks of some sort of experiment. There's a few areas of large chunks of oil. There's a few bits of machinery on the tables on the southern end. It looks like the sort of thing that created the bleak golem that you saw on Axis Island. That sort of machinery and that sort of witch oil smell is here. And you can see spare components that look like various pieces of the one you saw on the island. This appears to be some sort of golem lab. And you can see pipes on the north wall leading to a couple of vats dribble witch oil through very tiny fissures, which stain the floor even further. But that's that room. There's nothing in there other than those. And in this bottom area, as McBennan steps through, he takes a step in and then he pauses and he looks around, and you can just see on his face that this is not what he expected. Fresh blood streaks the floor amid dismembered bodies. You can see 3 cages along the south wall that looked to have held something but now no longer do, as the cage bars are twisted and rent, and it appears something has broken out, and that something is made clear as you see atop one of these piles of dismembered flesh sits a flayed jaguar, much like the one you saw in the attack on Heward Nishim, chewing on the remains of these people in here. McBennan rushes back through the door and says, "They've got it loose!" And
Yes, good talk.
roll initiative.
Could I shout as a free action?
Yes, absolutely.
Remember, grab the collar, shout obey.
Roll me a perception check, please, Ryla and Dimitri. Okay. As you shout that out, you can't quite see much with all the bustle going on through the door, but Dimitri, you can see that where there was collars on the other one, this one has no such command collar.
There is no collar.
But
And first up is Uranus, Jake. You're just behind Dimitri. You can hear the shouts about the jaguar. See McBennan run back, and it is your turn.
Well, great, because I fully know what's going on.
You can always delay your turn if you like.
Kill thing.
Kill thing, much
Yeah,
fun.
I'm gonna try to kill the thing.
Also, there's a nice picture for those who don't remember what these things look like.
Oh, not at all. Like the
Um,
thing from
Uranus-
Resident Evil.
Yeah, Uranus would know these things are pretty nasty. There's a metal plate on their bottom that basically holds witch oil in, and if you target that, it will cause it to gush out, and it's basically a weak point for them.
Okay. So I'm gonna move to the door. Like, just open the doorway.
Yep, you can just shove McBennan out the side, out of the way. He'll happily move.
Yeah. I'm so surprised you do that. Sorry, just playing with the combat tracker so that I can target.
All right, you hit. And you can slide him 1 square. Do you want to move him anywhere?
Is there any room for him to go back or no?
The door behind him is closed, so he'll just stop on it if it's not like free swinging. But you won't know unless you try to slam him through it. Oh, that way? I mean, you can smash him into the containers, the pipes there.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
good.
He'll slam into it. Witch oil will burst from the pipe as he's pushed into it and spray itself all over the jaguar, who will then scrabble back and 1, 2, 3, 4 leap towards you wildly. And he is going to try to maul you. Oh no, sorry, he can't maul you because you're not prone. He'll try to claw you down. And he will hit. Dealing all of the damage. Bloodying you. And you need to... No, that's cool. It doesn't knock you prone. So he just leaps at you and starts hacking at you with his claws, trying to tear you to the ground. does not manage to do so. All right, Riley, you're up.
So where is the doorway exactly? It's like right.
It's that
you
white
move-
thing just there.
Just behind Dimitri. But both of those
Alright.
squares you can move through fine, and you can stand through and get line of sight. I'm happy with.
All right. So like right there then.
Yeah, I mean you can be there and still get line of sight through. In fact, I'll even give
Okay.
you cover from it.
Sweet. I'm gonna. Is there aimed shots in 4E? I can't remember.
Not technically no, but you can try to go for his plate. If you're adjacent, you can try to make the attack at his chest plate. If you're shooting at him, you probably won't be able to because he's sort of flailing around and hitting around.
Okay. Then I'm just going to. I guess I'm just gonna shoot.
Okay.
Oh right. Okay. I remember what I'm doing now.
That's a miss.
That's. I'm gonna hero point that. Yeah.
Go for it. Happy with the
I'll
21?
take that. Yep.
That'll hit. Nice damage.
Boom.
Alright, so you blast him with the pistol. He cries out, lets out a horrible screaming screech. It sounds pretty horrendous, not very natural at all. And you sort of hear the hiss of steam coming out along with it. It looks to be pretty sore.
Okay. That's my turn.
Orzhov, you're up. You can hear this all going on down below. You can hear the unearthly cry of that creature as Ryla shoots it, and also Ryla's gunshot.
The door is in front of Ryla, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the door's in front of both of them.
Oh, sweet. Then I'll hearing the cries of this. I'm assuming the girly scream from the male range and the sounds of combat or Russian.
Okay.
And release Wrath of Nature. And then strike at thy enemy. Whoops, that moves the whole thing.
That's a miss.
I'm gonna use a hero point for that. Why not?
Go for it.
I'll take
Happy
that
with
risk.
19? Oh, hang on. Sorry. There you go. That hit. No, it misses still. Fuck. Rip you.
You lied to me. Got my hopes up for nothing.
Man, it would have hit on one more as well. Ah, the worst. All right, Trevor, you're up. And I would like you to speak more. be more talkative with your turn.
Okay, so if I pardon,
I'm kidding.
is
Don't actually kill your throat.
this door's too wide, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. It's the square that Dimitri and Ryla are in, though, not the one above Dimitri.
Yep. So can I move to there without provoking an opportunity attack?
Yep, absolutely. Then through Dimitri's square in there.
And then down to here.
Okay.
And oath of enmity that target. Oh, is this is this a new round? New encounter?
Yes, but you haven't had a short rest.
Okay.
Okay, that hits. And you bloody him. Oh dear.
Oh shit, that's right.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Rip you guys.
I mean,
So,
I am a frontliner. I suppose.
as you bloody him, blood, witch oil rather, sprays out from the wound you caused to him, and the area that he is standing in and the area adjacent to it, so Uranus, Orzhov, Trabro, and these 2 squares, is splashed with witch oil blood. Or witch oil, I guess. When a creature enters a corrupted space, it starts its turn there. The creature takes 5 necrotic damage. So, after yesterday's debacle, Orzhov, not right now, but when you guys start your turn, you'll take 5 damage.
Whoa.
But not double dealing. Okay, McBannon stays behind, and he just starts shouting, "It's killed them all! All of them, they're all dead! What are we gonna do?" And then it's Dimitri's turn.
Dimitri's gonna say, calm down and think. You know more about this than anyone. You need to work out how to fix it. I am going to do a Healer's Mercy, I believe it is.
Okay,
Each bloodied ally in the burst, close burst 5, so... No, we don't want to do the Flayed Jaguar. And I will heal them.
okay.
And weaken myself. As a minor action, I would like to Healing Word myself.
Cool. Nice roll.
Oh, so much health.
Okay. Uranus, you're up. You take 5 damage. Standing in the blood.
That's fine. Yeah, I am just going to magic missile
Alright.
Jaguar.
Don't believe that has an attack, does it? Just ptunk.
I just
Punch
do
it,
it.
Yeah.
Toof. Missile shoots out, blasts the Jaguar. Alright.
Yeah, and as a minor action, can I create a disposable
Simulacrum?
simulacrum?
Yep.
Simulacrum. And stick it.
You can put it on, these are cages that are only about, 2 or 3 foot high. You can put it on one of the cages below you.
Yeah, I just want to put it in kind of a flanking position, so like the.
So it's a square adjacent to you, so you can put it on the one directly below him. And then instead of you moving this turn, you can make it move behind as a shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I do that?
Just make a circle or something and put it behind it.
Ah, cool.
And spend